Okay, we'll open the meeting at 6:01. If we all could stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, Twitter column, conflict of interest, correct?
None.
This the agenda.
Nope.
No public to speak on non-agenda items. Review of minutes. Numbers 14. So I'll make a motion to accept our minutes for August 14th.
Second that.
In favor? Correspondence,
None.
new business, conditional use permit, 125 Ball Mountain Road, map 018, lot 003. Accept application is complete, schedule a public hearing. Complete to me. You good with it, or
Yeah, next 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks is
Okay.
when? So. You guys good with it?
That'll be
9/11, right?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. There's no board meeting on the 11th. We're gonna be in Dallas till 10.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
was just gonna mention that.
I knew something, 9/11 was in my brain for a reason, I'm like, that's why.
So,
So what are we gonna do about that?
oh, the chairman's good. Let's see what he wants to do.
Table it.
Go ahead, 2 weeks from that,
I haven't even looked at the agenda. What do
2
you
weeks
want?
now.
so we're just trying to schedule a public hearing for this, for Tyler's.
Next meeting's supposed to be
But the next
11th.
meeting is our 9/11 meeting that we're going to, so we're not gonna have a board meeting.
There's nothing here on the 10th.
Back out to.
Yeah. Let's do it. What's the date?
You guys want to push it to the 10th?
I'm sorry?
You want to push it to the 10th, the day early, 10 board meeting? What do you want to just
I'm good with that. I mean, we
go
can't,
right to the 26th?
the 11th is occupied.
What's the orange dot though, sewer commission?
Yeah,
What time do they meet?
No, there's nothing on the 10th.
no, on the 10th.
10th. Oh, the 10th, I'm looking at the wrong month. That's my date.
Tenth's fine with me if you want. It's a month away.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm okay with that. 10th works.
So that's in the region?
Yep. Yes.
yeah.
Schedule.
So we'll schedule for the 10th. September 10th. Tuesday. Normal time, earlier, what?
We can do it 6. We usually go for what's best for everyone, so.
Yeah, 6 is good.
Okay, so is there a motion there?
So we'll, so I made a motion to. We did the application already, right? It's complete. And we need a motion to schedule a public hearing. Make a motion to schedule a public hearing on September 10th at 6 PM.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Continuing business, shoreline zoning application 28 Pickford, map 040, lot 005-003. Findings of facts. So is this just one sheet, maybe, right now?
Yeah, front back.
Yeah, front back.
Right. So this has changed the way we want it now?
Yeah.
So number one, standing, the applicant has standing to present this application as owner. That's my motion. All in favor? Authority, the planning board has authority to consider this request for shoreline protection and restoration as required by section 38.3.3 of the Ramsey Town Code. Code enforcement officer made a determination on July 31st, 2024. The applicant's proposed permit is within the required setback from the normal high water line of the water body Ramsey Lake, and so the application has been referred to the planning board. That's my motion. Second. All in favor? 3, determining whether a practical alternative exists as required by section 38.3.3 of the Ramsey Town Code. The planning board shall consider the following. Do we go through all these because half of them are applicable, right?
No, just go to the back.
Except for, what about F, the potential for soil erosion? I think it's the 2-star. So F and G, right? Yeah.
So they're motion to require erosion control measures.
Standard.
I think that's, I mean, DP and and what's his name, is gonna, the Corps is gonna definitely gonna do that. Don't worry about that. No vegetation removed, but so there is no vegetation. So based on 3.A above, planning board finds there is not a practical alternative, correct?
Correct.
That's my motion. Second, all in favor? Scraps, 5 scraps. Conditions, if any, required to ensure the compliance with the above sections of the Ramsey Town Code. Determination based upon the proceedings, findings, and conclusions. The application for this project within shoreline zoning is hereby granted. A motion?
Are there any conditions?
I don't have any conditions. I second that. Second, all in favor?
Yeah, you pass.
Hey, gentlemen.
Go to work.
Yeah. Thank you, appreciate it.
Take care.
Bye, man.
Okay. Conditional use permit change,
So Lee has to recuse himself.
back to the stand.
Will I get something? Do I need to have a piece of paper saying?
No, I'll give you a copy of the findings of facts once we process.
All right, thanks.
Conditional use permit change of use revised application. Uncommon Hospitality, Country Club Road, map 007, lots 073, 073A, and 073B. So. Okay, so that's. Standing, the applicant has standing to present this application as owner.
So
I thought it was
he's
supposed
been
to be-
appointed.
it used to say owner and or
It used to say
representation or
Right,
whatever.
representative, and I have verbal
Yeah.
authority to represent them, but
Right,
I don't know why that's gone.
because he's definitely not technically the owner, he's not representing the owner, but I mean, so I don't know what you want to do about that, if you want to add something to that, or
As owner or liaison, or owner's liaison.
that's fine with me. So that'll be my motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Authority, the planning board has authority to consider this application by the proposed use being listed in section 38.11 of the Rangeley Town Code, specifically in the residential district. Code enforcement officer may determine on June 4, 2024. That's my motion.
Second that.
All in favor? Determining the proposed uses impact upon the surroundings properties as required by the section 38.11 of the Rangeley Town Code, the planning board shall consider the following. A, size of proposed use compared with surrounding uses. That's applicable. Impact of scenic vistas, that's, I don't think that's applicable. Intensity of the proposed use compared to surrounding uses. Nothing's gonna change there. Potential generation of nuisances. So. Obviously, it's gonna be the same exact thing, I mean, like we talked about before, as far as the whole weddings and all that stuff down the line, I just wanna make sure we cover our bases as far as what. Yes,
Yeah, which I think if there was any stuff that would be noted in the conditions.
it's gonna come back to the board, right?
Mhm.
As far as that goes. Lee?
I would write it right in, that if there was any change of use outside of the Nordic Spa, then it has to come back here.
I
And
like
make it a condition.
like that. Which, I don't know if we do that now or on the end, like we do that
Right
on
at
the
the
end.
end.
Conditions, yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that later. Any unusual physical characteristics of the site. Because we're gonna turn one building down, put one back, right?
Yeah.
The use of the design characteristics to mitigate effects.
Which they have to abide by because of the historical, so.
So based on 3A dash F above, the planning board finds proposed project does not have significant adverse impact upon the value or quiet possession of surrounding properties greater than is usual in the zoning district. That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor? Four, in determining the capacity of municipal or other facilities serving the proposed use as required by section 38.11 of the Rangeley Town Code, the planning board shall consider the following. Ability of traffic movement. B, pedestrian safety. C, capacity of the public street network. D, wastewater disposal system. E, water supply system. F, stormwater drainage system. And G, fire department capacity to serve. So, did you ever find out, do we know, is that a public maintained road as far as the plowing and the maintenance and stuff of that?
Yes, yep.
The whole thing, like all the way back to
They
the
go-
stop,
I
stop
believe
sign to
it's-
stop sign?
It was plowed last year, and of course, the town does Mingo Loop and Proctor Way and McCog Road.
So they make the loop right back around and come back out, okay.
Was there a sign off from the fire department on the original conditional use?
Yes.
So that should still pertain.
And actually, we talked with Chief Bacon about it, he's like, yeah, funny, so. He will write a letter if we want to put a letter in the file, but he didn't think we needed to because it was already went in the original.
Does town water go up that far?
I don't think so, I don't think so, I think
Yes.
it's all well water.
Yeah, I think there's a well there.
Yeah, they're not
I
ponds
just
on the
haven't
lake
seen
anymore.
it sticking out of the ground yet.
So. I guess the rest of nothing's gonna change because you're not doing any earthwork really.
We gotta put a new septic system in.
Okay, well, that's great. But you're not changing, I'm just looking
Not
for
changing
wastewater
any
stuff,
schools.
right, right.
States.
So based on 4.A through G above, the planning board finds the proposed project does not create any hazard based on inadequate facilities. So I will say does not. That'll be my motion.
Second.
All in favor? Conditions of any required to ensure compliance with the above sections of the Ramsey Town Code. Conditions may include, but are not limited to, street improvements, access restrictions, hours of use, buffers, and screenings, utilities improvements, and performance guarantees for off-site improvements. So what, do you have any idea what they're intended as far as their lighting goes, Lee, as far as time of night, they're gonna be working, the sick place is gonna be open or lights on and stuff like that? or-
No, I can't believe it's gonna stay open past 9 o'clock. But I don't know, they haven't disclosed any hours of operation, but.
Any lights that are up at nighttime have to
So-
be down at 15-degree angles, so they can't be up in the air, so they have to come down.
And I think they would just relight the sign that was out front, maybe. But as far as exterior lights, with that historical designation, that they can't really do anything but recreate what's there.
Actually, I thought I saw on the plans, Carl and I were looking at this, on the walkways.
Well,
they had
that's what I was
lights.
worried about, because you get the gazebos or whatever, hot tubs
Yeah.
or whatever you're putting
They
out
had
there.
solar lights.
In the
that are
front, right?
All going down on the ground.
And then, so we'll put one thing we'll put in, like we talked about, put the, if the cut changes, how do you want to word it, any changes to the existing cut have to come back in front of the planning board, how we want to word that?
I guess to their existing operation, you
Yeah,
know, that they're.
anything
any change to
outside
their
of
existing
the,
Right, the cut, right?
proposed-
right, anything outside of the proposed plan, that's what, however you write it, doesn't matter, but I would write it in there.
Yeah.
Because that, you never know.
So if any changes to existing operation, the cut must be revisited by planning board.
Perfect. Hours of use, buffers, screening, utilities improvements. You guys want to add now? Now's the time to speak up if you want to add anything.
I mean, I think they had pretty much everything in there. It's not like this house is right next door, it's the same building that's been there with the same use pretty much.
Did these guys own Steve and Margie's old house?
I don't know if they bought that as part of the package or not.
Yeah, so I'm just between Steve and Margie's and Jimmy Genesi's dad's old place. Those are the two places. That's why I'm just trying to make sure that we kind of cover the basis as far as our neighbor, them being neighbors, and we didn't, contact the abutter, so. That's why I'm bringing it up. I don't know what else we're gonna add, or if there is anything to add, but now's the time to do it, that's all.
Send a letter to the abutters. I don't think it warrants a public hearing.
Yeah, I think we talked about this last time when we.
Yeah, we don't want a public hearing,
Public hearing.
but
But
I don't
But I'm
think we-
okay with you sending
I mean,
letters to the abutters.
I
saying
guess
that-
if we were concerned about those houses, we could put in there that, no lighting is directed towards the abutting houses, if, I don't think they're building anything else near them, but
No,
if
exactly.
additional buffers are needed between the establishment and the residential properties that we need to put in, but
I think that opens up the door though, because the neighbor could say, I want a
right, a fence.
$55,000 fence.
Right,
put up.
right.
I don't know, I think if you sent a letter to the neighbors and said that the conditional use permit for X has been reinstated. If there's any worries, conditions, or any worries, you can reach out to
And
them.
the folks below
it's far enough away, that doesn't matter.
There's a
You're just
buffer
talking-
of trees there, you
Yeah.
can see through the woods.
Yeah.
Their house, but. You know, I've walked there 3 days a week all summer, and never seen a car there. So. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's not gonna be any different than when that place was thriving. And it had the swimming pool up and all the rooms were rented, you know, that thing housed a lot of people.
Yeah, no, my biggest concern is just because you're adding hot tubs and more stuff outside that's
I
down
get you.
front. I'm just wanna make sure that we don't have lights going every direction and looking at people, and, I mean, that's my biggest concern. Cause before it was just a, you know, a pool, and I don't even think they had any lights down there, so at night, nobody even used it.
Right.
I bet they did use it.
Well, but there was no light.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the only thing that I wanna, that's probably another stipulation, like John said, that we'll just, something as far as lighting is, you know, not to impact the neighborhood and.
Is there any impact with the dark skies?
No, because the lights are heading down,
Okay.
and the actual, and the ground lights are all those lights that.
Yeah,
that
they're
shoot
reflective.
down.
It's all downlight.
It's all
It's
down,
not up all the way.
And it's gonna light the
At
walkway.
15-degree angle, so it can't get.
right, to light the walkway. Well, just so you're aware, the town got permission to keep the lights on the town park 24/7 at night, from night to dusk to dawn. Because of the issues that are going on down the park.
There's issues.
Uh,
So I guess I'd like to maybe put that in there, is if once lighting gets put up and there's a complaint from a neighbor that gets addressed or taken down or whatever needs to be done, I mean, that's probably my only concern I'd have on the whole thing.
But actually, the lighting has to be by code, and if it's by code, then it already fits this,
That's the bill.
it already fits the bill.
Oh.
And if it's gonna violate it, then Carl and I get involved,
Okay, all right,
so.
fine with me.
And you know how that goes, if so, all of a sudden you get a neighbor that don't want it, well, lights bother me.
Yeah.
Well, it's,
Yeah, here.
It's a lot easier for Carl and I to deal
Yep.
with that after
All
the
right.
fact than to have it written in here.
Okay, you
I
guys
think-
have anything else in?
no, I think.
All right, so determination 6, based upon the proceedings. Findings and conclusions, the conditional use application for this property is hereby granted with noted conditions. That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor? Thanks, Mr. Libby, you may return to the table.
You're doing a great job. You can take back over.
We only got one to do. Right. Right, yeah.
Would we have the,
I don't even, we don't
It's
have
been
any.
tabled pending the PBR.
so it's off the shelf. Oh.
Yeah.
So we'll just make note that that next meeting is September 10th. All right, so that means September 10th.
Change next meeting to September 10th on the number 10. Yeah. We have to vote on that? We do?
Make the motion, we move the September 11th meeting to September 10th.
Second,
All in favor? All right, anything else? We'll adjourn the meeting at 6:56. Need a motion? Make a motion. Second? All in favor? Where is Marty? What's she up to these days? So did you guys start rewriting those conditional use, the cuts in